If you're one of those people that believes the mainstream media is doing you a service and informing you of the news, then get out. We don't need you. You know, there's more than enough of us now, as my last video proved, because it went sort of viral on the internet. The one about Tommy Robinson, about how he's been made a martyr around the world. You know, 4,000 people plus have seen it, and you know, hundreds and hundreds and thousands even more across Twitter and Facebook and God knows what. It's quite overwhelming, but it really reveals that people are awake, and we don't need to keep convincing the people that don't understand the paradigm of how it is right now. If they won't understand it now, they never will. We don't need them. They're not important to humanity. They're not important to the struggle, to the future of humanity. And I seem to have triggered some people by saying that Jada Franson was probably a white supremacist. Well, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know, okay? She was in Britain First. Britain First were generally considered to be a racist group, different to the EDL, but even, you know, she was in Britain First. Tommy Robinson, who was in the EDL, he left the EDL because it was becoming racist. He is not a racist person. He left, so it's a different set of circumstances, isn't it? But I'm really glad I was able to talk about Bilderberg and Soros. I was able to talk in detail about how what Soros is doing in Italy was with treason with the NGOs, and I was able to say this is the reason that there's the problems in Europe with the terrorism, with the refugees. We call them refugees from Syria, but they're actually economic migrants from all over Africa, all over the Middle East, everywhere, all over the world, pouring into Europe because of George Soros NGOs. Oh, the same person that's betraying Brexit. Oh, the same person that tried to stop Trump and stole 5 voting machines, and five states, and then Hillary still lost, even though she was the chosen one. She was given everything on a pampered platter, and she still managed to lose. That just shows you how popular the populist wave is. That just shows you how much people know they've been betrayed by the politicians of the past. That shows they know that neoliberal bureaucratic structures don't work. That they've just overwritten everyone's rights. They've run roughshod with all natural law and common law and rule of law. The only law the left follows is Godwin's law. They'll shut down your speech because you're being offensive, or something can be construed as, you know, being hurtful, and they care so much about feelings and not facts. They'll shut down your speech and be the first ones to call you a Nazi. They'll be the first ones to call you everything that they are. And with the amount of people being switched on right now, being activated, there were people that were Liberal Democrats, there were people that were Labour supporters, that are on the side of Tommy, maybe because Morrissey said something and it's resonated with them. Thanks, Morrissey. Morrissey is brilliant. He is the only celebrity, the only artist that didn't sell out to the virtue signalling paradigm of feeling good and agreeing with everyone. They can't think for themselves. No one else can. They never could. And it's evident in all their lyrics. And it's obviously evident in Morrissey's lyrics that he can. But now leftists are outraged by Morrissey, and they want him to be silenced, and they want him to stop. Oh, he shouldn't be able to be talking. He's a far-right Nazi, neo-Nazi, white supremacist, blah, blah, blah. None of those things are true. He cares about animals. How very far-right. He cares about the plight of dogs. What a Nazi. They want to stop him because what he's saying is contemptible. Well, they didn't stop him when he said, hang the DJ, hang the DJ, hang the DJ. That's a little joke there. But Morrissey so far has endorsed For Britain, Anne-Marie Waters' party, and now is saying about Tommy Robinson. And we've got Gert Wheeler coming over, supposedly, in the next few days. You know, Theresa May, she's just been rejected by Trump at the G7, who said that she's too politically correct. And now she's responding, I'm just doing what the people want. It's not what the people want, it's what the leftists want. You know you're not a conservative, Theresa May. You know you're betraying every single conservative who voted for you, and every Brexiteer who voted for Brexit. They certainly didn't vote for you, the silent assassin of the coalition. No one voted for this. That's why numerous times I've called for this government to be upended. I don't even care if we have a Brexiteer-led Tory government or a Labour government. I don't care if we have this government anymore. I want For Britain or bust. There's no chance of UKIP. There's no chance of Lib Dems, definitely. There's no way we can allow Labour or Conservatives without fomenting a civil war, which would end freedom as we know it. The only option would be For Britain, but that would probably foment a civil war as well, because the media are so determined to call Anne-Marie Waters a far-right neo-Nazi bigot, white supremacist, and all the rest of it that's not true. They smear everyone as far-right, everyone as Nazi, everyone as bigot, everyone as racist. If they have a problem with an ideology that cuts off the genitals of small girls, they're racist! And the people of Britain, the indigenous people of Britain, are riled. And it's everyone getting called Islamophobic. What is Islamophobia? If my favourite DJ is Majid Nawaz and I listen to him on LBC, does that make me Islamophobic? Because he's a Muslim. How can I possibly be Islamophobic? What is it? Questioning Islam, questioning the theocracy, questioning whether it's a good idea to have Sharia measures and mandates and so on in this country. Why have we got 130 Sharia councils? Why have we got 100 Sharia courts or 130 Sharia councils and courts? Why is there courts or councils of that ilk in this country at all when Sharia is anti-law itself? It's cartoonishly bad anti-law. Everything about it: rape, bestiality, torture, killing, murder, child brides, moped crime, acid crime, knife crime, this crime, that crime. And what does Sadiq Khan do about it? He says, oh, it's all the far right's fault. It's all people who are looking at pictures of scantily clad women's fault. It's all people who eat fast food. It's their fault. Oh no, it's the poison air. You can't even breathe in London anymore. What are you going to do about knife crime? What are you going to do about acid crime? What are you going to do about acid attacks? What are you going to do about moped crime? We're going to clean the air up. Well, no, you're not, because you can't even breathe right now. I was very disappointed on LBC that James O'Brien was the one to interview Sadiq. James O'Brien just licks his crack. At least Majid Nawaz would be, interrogating Sadiq, the failed Muslim mayor who has failed to control crime. By every metric, he has failed. He's failed in the eyes of humanity, and that seems to be a mark of success for the New World Order, because he's a globalist puppet. That's why he went to Texas and tried to get the big computer companies to censor free speech. He went there trying to say that, free speech is bad and it leads to hate speech, so we need to censor it. Why is it his business to control social media across the world when he's the mayor of London and he can't control his own city? Because it's not his business. That's not why he was plonked in. He was put in as a figurehead to represent the globalist cabal, not to represent the people of Britain or help Londoners.